Hello everyone. Our topic today is all about quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. Quantiles defines a particular part of a data set. So today I will be discussing three of these quantiles. So the first one will be quartiles. Quartiles divides a data into four equal parts. They have Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and Q2 is equal to the median. And deciles divides data into 10 equal parts. So we have D1, D2 until D10. And remember that D5 is equal to the median. And we have the third one, which is the percentiles, which divides data into 100 equal parts. We have P1, P2 up to P100. And P50 is equal to the median. So example for this one, if Margarita is scored at the 85th percentile on a standardized test, it indicates that Margarita scored better 85% of the people on the exam. So let us first discuss quantiles and group data. So the formula for the quartiles is equal to Q sub k is equal to 3 over 4 times n plus 1. For the deciles, we have D sub k is equal to k over 10 times n plus 1. And if we have percentiles, we have the formula P sub k is equal to k over 100 times n plus 1. So supposing we have this data, 3, 12, 14, 2, 15, 29, 17, 2, 16. So how many numerical values do we have? Correct, we have 9. So let us find Q2, D3, and P40. So to find Q2, D3, P40, we are going to arrange it first in ascending order. And what is ascending order? Correct. From smallest to the highest number. So in here, we are going to arrange it as 2, 2, 3, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 29. Then, the formula for the Q sub k, so we are going to substitute the values. So k would be equal to 2 because we are solving for Q2, and the n would be equal to 9. So we have 2 over 4 times 9 plus 10, which is equal to 5. And then this one means that Q2 is the fifth number. So from our numerical values, which is the fifth number? Correct. It is equal to 14. So therefore, Q2 is equal to 14. Then we have the formula for deciles. So we will be looking at D3, which is equal to 3 over 10 times 9 plus 1. Simplifying further, we get D3 is equal to 3. And it means that D3 is equal to the third number, which is equal to what? Correct. So it is equal to 3. So therefore, D3 is equal to 3. And then we have P sub k. So we are going to determine P40, which is equal to 40 over 100 times 9 plus 1. Simplifying further, we get P40 is equal to 4. It means that P40 is the fourth number, which is equal to what? Correct. So P40 is equal to 12. Now let us solve the group data. This is the formula for the quartiles, where L is the lower boundary of your quartile class, and N is the total frequency, and CFB is the cumulative frequency below of your quartile class, and F sub QK is the frequency of your quartile class, and I is equal to the class size, and K is equal to the nth quartile. For deciles, this is the formula, and for percentiles, this is for the formula. So supposing we have this data, so the table shows the frequency distribution of the ages obtained from 30 people. So we need to find Q1, Q3, D6, and P19. In doing this, so we need to fill in the table first. So under third column, we have the CF. To start with, we have 5 plus 8 would be equal to 13, 13 plus 5 would be equal to 18, 18 plus 10 would be equal to 28, 28 plus 2 is equal to 30. So our n is equal to 30. Then we have LB stands for the lower boundary. So to get the lower boundary of the first class, we are going to subtract the lower limit by 0.5. So 10 minus 0.5 would be equal to 9.5. So the first lower boundary would be 9.5. The next one would be 13 minus 0.5, which is equal to 12.5. So we have 12.5. The next one would be 15.5, and the next one would be 18.5, and the last one would be 21.5. Now that we completed the table, we are going to determine Q1. First, we are going to determine where is Q1 class. To determine it so, we are going to use Q sub C is equal to Kn over 4. Then we are going to substitute the value of your K, which is equal to 1, and N, which is equal to 30. So we will be having 1 times 30 over 4. And 30 over 4 is equal to 7.5. It means that Q1 is located at 7.5. So in here, let's take a look at CF, which is the first number greater than equal to 7.5. Correct, it is 13. So this is your Q1 class. So after determining the Q1 class, let us have the formula for your quartile. So in here, we are going to have your L, which is equal to 12.5, your lower boundary, and then CFB, which is equal to 5, and then the frequency of your Q1 class, which is equal to 8. So substituting all the values, and I remember we have the class size, the I. So it's either we need to count 10, 11, 12, which is equal to 3, or 13 minus 10, which is equal to our I. So this would be our I, which is equal to 3. Then substituting all the values, so n over 4 is this one already, we computed it. So we have 12.5 plus 7.5 minus 5 divided by 8 times 3. Simplifying further, we get 12.5 plus 2.5 over 8 times 3, which is equal to 12.5 plus 0.9375. And then we will be getting Q1 is approximately equal to 13.44. Now let us have Q3. First, we are going to locate our Q3 class by using the formula Kn over 4. Substituting the value of your K and N, we have 3 times 30 over 4. So it would be equal to 22.5. So let us take a look at CF. What is the first number greater than equal to 22.5? Correct, it is 28. So therefore, this is your Q3 class. And from your Q3 class, we are going to determine the L and the CFB and the frequency of your Q3 class, which is equal to 10, and then 3n over 4 is equal to 22.5. Substituting all the values, we get 18.5 plus 22.5 minus 18 over 10 times 3. Simplifying further, we get 18.5 plus 9 over 20 times 3. And then we get 18.5 plus 1.35. Then Q3 is approximately equal to 19.85. And then in here, we are going to compute for the interquartile range, which is equal to Q3 minus Q1. So Q3 is equal to 19.85 minus the Q1 that we solved a while back, which is equal to 13.44. So it will be equal to, the IQR is equal to 6.41. Now let us solve for D6. So in here, we are going to locate D6 class. So to locate D6 class, we are going to use the formula Kn over 10. Then substituting your K and N, we get 6 times 30 over 10, which is equal to 18. Then we are going to look at CF, which is the first number greater than equal to 18. So we have there 18. So this is your D6 class. From your D6 class, we are going to determine your lower boundary, which is the L, which is equal to 15.5, and CFB, which is equal to 13, and your frequency of the D6 class, which is equal to 5. And then 6n over 10 would be equal to 18. Substituting all the values, we get 15.5 plus 18 minus 13 over 5 times 3. Then simplifying further, we get 15.5 plus 5 over 5 times 3, which is equal to 15.5 plus 3, and then D6 is equal to 18.5. Now, the last one, we are going to solve P19. To get for P19, we are going to determine P19 class first. So using the formula Kn over 100, substituting your K and N, we get 19 times 30 over 100, which is equal to 5.7. So in here, take a look at your CF, and which is the first number greater than equal to 5.7. Correct, it is 13, so therefore, this is your P19 class. From your P19 class, we are going to determine the lower boundary, which is the L, which is equal to 12.5, your CFB, which is equal to 5, and your frequency of your P19 class, which is equal to 8. Then 19n over 100 is equal to 5.7. Substituting all the values, we get 12.5 plus 5.7 minus 5 divided by 8 times 3. Simplifying further, we get 12.5 plus 0.7 over 8 times 3. And then we get 12.5 plus 0.2625, which is P19, which is equal to or approximately equal to 12.76. Before we end up the discussion today, please answer this one. I will give you 10 seconds to answer. Find P50 in this set of data. Timer starts now. Time is up. What is your answer? That's right. The answer is 15. Now let us have another one. Find D4 in this set of data. 10 seconds to answer this one. Timer starts now. Time is up. What is your answer? That's right. The answer is 13. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. See you again next week. Bye!